Hello again, this is Rose from Little Miss Rose and welcome to my April 2019 Plan With Me. This month I'm going to take you hot air ballooning as suggested by Paige Lee, who commented on my last video. If you have a suggestion for a theme for next month, then leave it in the comments below and I'll have a look. So this month I really tried to move away from my favourite colour palette of pinks and purples, and I've gone with more sunset colours of yellow, oranges and pinks, and of course accentuated with a pink metallic paint. As usual, I've already drafted up my spreads in pencil, but I'm just going to lightly erase the lines so that they're not as hard to erase after I've coloured over them. I'm using my Prima watercolour confections paints again this month. It's the tropical set, and I'll link this and everything else I use in this video in the comments below. To paint the clouds, I just chose my first colour, which is yellow, and painted a circle. Then switched to the next colour and painted another circle. I fill in the gaps as I go and hope that the paints blend in with each other here and there. It really depends on how much paint you have on your brush as to the amount of blending that happens with the paint. Just remember not to go overboard because it's not watercolour paper. So now I'm using a Calero pearl colour paint in the colour Rose. You can see I've added too much water at the start, so it looks a bit washed out. The trick to this paint is to use just a drop or two of water to get it thick and opaque. That way you get the lovely shine. So to draw my hot air balloons, I basically used a compass and drew a circle, and then just elongated the bottom of the circle downwards and added a basket at the bottom. Now I've sectioned off the balloon into segments and just alternated between leaving these segments plain and painting with the metallic paint. Now, you could quite easily turn my hot air balloons into light bulbs, but I'm actually quite proud of how they've turned out, and I really love how the paint on them just gives them this lovely shine. The font I've decided to use this month is pretty much the same as last month's, and I'm using a size 03 Kelly Creates fine liner to create this, using a ruler for the straight lines and then filling in the blocks with the fine liner as well. I decided to add a quote to the bottom to balance out the pages. This is just simple brush lettering using a Kelly Creates brush pen, size fine. The more you let go, the higher you rise. Now with the size 01 fine liner, I'm just adding in the line work to my hot air balloons. You see that I'm taking my time, this is real time, doing it really slowly and taking breaks where I need to, so I'm not drawing a continuous line. I find that if I try to draw a continuous line, that's where I make mistakes. So then I'm going to switch to a white gel pen and I'm adding highlights to my clouds so they take a back seat to my balloons. And that's my April cover page. Onto my monthly log. You can see here that I've used a bit too much water on my brush, and I'm just checking to see if it's bled through the page. And yes, it has, damn it. But that's okay, it tends to look better once it's dried, and I'll try and fix this up a bit with my white pen later on. So after that boo-boo, I've cut back on the water and also the pigment so that my colours aren't so harsh. Now, just a simple tip, I use a water brush pen to add drops of water to all my paints, as you saw before. It's a lot easier than trying to add water with a normal paintbrush. For April, I've decided on a calendar layout because we have school holidays this month and we're off to Nelson for a week. So I like to have a calendar layout so that I can colour block the days that we're away. It makes it so much easier to plan your month when you can see at a glance when you're going to be away. Now I've never actually done this exact layout before. The bones of it is very minimal with just a single line at the top of each day. The lines that I'm drawing are 6 squares long with a box in between, and I'm leaving 6 lines underneath each row. I'm a bit undecided on if I like this layout or not. We'll see as the month progresses, but right now I think I prefer a calendar with boxes. And just another hot air ballooning quote at the bottom to finish off the pages. So, what do you think of the new camera angle? It's a bit fancy, isn't it? But let me, I forgot to move my phone holder out of the way afterwards so you can still see it in the next shot. Anyway, on this page is my weight tracker, which I've been doing for the past few months. And on this page I usually track my exercise, my food, my water, and my weight. So on the opposite page are my habit trackers. I couldn't be bothered drawing up boxes this month, so I decided to use some tracker boxes from my Etsy shop instead. Lucky me. Now you can see that each tracker sticker has a large box for you to write down what you're tracking, and they come in either 30 days or 31 day stickers. You can find the link below, of course. So this month I've decided to track my reading, as well as vacuuming and no treats, and also watering plants since I've bought myself 2 new houseplants in the weekend. I love how my stickers have saved me a crap load of time. So the next 2 pages are my spending log. Usually I just have 1 page for my spending log, but let's be real, I spend too much money on coffees and lunches and 1 page is not enough. So here goes a double page spread. I've just mixed it up a little bit by using my notebook vertically this time. I actually really love how these pages have turned out. I love how the clouds are in front of the boxes, and I love the dotted lines instead of the ruled lines, even though these took me ages to draw up. Next up, I have my dinner tracker and my sales tracker. These haven't changed at all from last month. I still find these really useful, and so they just continue to exist in my bullet journal. And just speaking of dinners, we have actually got our first Hellofresh box coming next week. So super excited to try that out. It means 4 nights I don't have to decide what I'm going to cook for dinner. It's already there for me. And the best thing is each meal is separated into these separate brown paper bags, so you literally go into your fridge, pull them out and cook it. Amazing. Anyway, that is my setup for this month. I haven't included my first weekly log in this video because I'll do a separate video for that. I'm thinking of doing a whole month of weeklies in my next video for you. Is that something you'd be interested in seeing? Just let me know in the comments below if you'd like to see that sort of video. And hey, if you enjoyed this video, please give it a like or leave a comment below. If you're already subscribed to my channel, thank you so very much. It means a shitload to me. And if you haven't subscribed, do it. You know you want to. Okay, bye. Until next time. Thanks for watching.